All right, real quick. Welcome to Batman Radio. First things first, man. I've never gone out my way, much less made a career off of talking about other people. That's number one. So let's get that straight. Like I said, I just try to do the best I can in my job. I stay in my own lane. I do me. There's really no purpose or place for me to speak. I don't have to talk, but I'm a public figure and I've been doing radio for a long time, so I figure I keep doing it. And it helps me with everything I'm doing here. And I get paid a little something for doing this and being here. Otherwise, probably wouldn't waste my time, right? Um, Real quick, I want to go over something. That one dude keeps playing these old episodes. First of all, I'm done with everything in my past completely. God told me like leave all that stuff behind completely. Like I'm not going towards the past or anything. But I do just want to say something real quick. I want to correct something and just explain something to you. You folks, what those shows that you're playing prove is that you all lie and that you've been lying since day one. And I just want to go over the facts, okay? Um, and that's it. I just want to talk about something. I'm not naming names. I'm not going to talk about nobody, nothing like that, because I don't want to do that. That's not who I am, right? But you have to understand, Homeboy got on camera on this network. Okay. He accepted money from a cult leader named Tommy Sotomayor, right? And this is where all these problems stem from and came from. They came from him and his jealousy of me. Okay, he's been obsessed, like I said, so he has other people who are obsessed, right? Who he basically sent to do all these weird things and say all these weird things, these weird groups, okay? And I think, like I said, he worked for IBM, so there's clearly a connection there, and then there's a connection to the government. It's common sense, it's clear as day. I've seen more than enough sufficient proof and evidence of that on camera. So I'm probably going to have to mention names because, well, I need to say reality. So I'm talking about Steez, right? So with Steez, I just want you to understand something here. Steez got on camera, the old show that you played, because I was listening to some of it, right? I've always been a fan of Steez, got nothing but love for Steez, but Steez was doing a lot of dark things and he was doing a lot of dark things, towards me. Let's get real. And I think there was people in his family doing witchcraft. And I mean, definitely, I think what he went through was karma and direct karma. And he said that at one point that he basically had ran into a ghost, an ancestor, and I think that had everything to do with what he did towards me. Yes, I think that was my ancestor. Hmm. That scared the bejesus out of him. 100%. I think everything he went through was because of his decisions of getting online lying and the dirty game he was playing because that show you played just put things in perspective and really explained a lot about my federal lawsuit. Smart one. So he came out and he lied on tape and he said that he made 13 bands in whatever in like a couple of weeks. Yeah, right. None of you, especially in that sector, have ever even seen 13 bands. That's number one. So we all know he was lying there. Then you were talking about clearly that was Big B's money, not your money. You never made any money. You were talking about hustling. You never hustled to do anything. When you tried to sell the little USBs, it didn't work, right? Or him, when he tried to sell them, they didn't work. This is just reality. See, I'm not talking down. I'm not doing what these people do. Nah, I show people nothing but love. I had nothing but love for Steve. But I can't let people lie because the facts have to be, said and set straight on here because it matters, because that has to do with the federal lawsuit. So he said something about 13 bands, and he said that he went to jail and that was used as bail money to get him out. He said it was his money, his funds. How do you get 13 bands? You call it hustling when you're not a hustler and you never had a hustle. Like he talked about what he would try to do illegally. That never got him anywhere. He never had any bread. He just literally mooched off Big B and lived off Big B, and that's all he ever did. That is a fact. He never worked. He never had a job. He didn't get anywhere when he tried to sell them USBs. So what are you talking about? And you said that he said that he took that money and that he was putting it towards a roof or something at that time, remember? Towards roof repairs. So I'm just saying, I mean, you're playing these old episodes, but it's literally every action they do, they're doing it to themselves. It's providing me with more substantial evidence for this court case. I'm not going to run around saving stuff and documenting every little thing, but you're giving me more and more evidence of the truth of this situation and what's going on. Like I said, this is why all these folks were jealous of me, because I was running circles around them. I mean, no, I'm the one who made 11 bands cooking last. Okay. Quick, like in several months, because I'm a boss. That was hustling. Now that was hustling. I had lines backed up to Timbuktu till 4 or 5 in the morning. I tried to work till 11 a.m., at least 2 p.m. if I could. And then they started playing with my hours. I got pissed off and I walked away basically. The company went down the tubes, is what happened. They got their karma because they were trying to play with my hours and play with my money. Because the old dude that was acting like he ran something in the lot when he didn't run nothing, he thought it was security. That dude that looked like a stick, he had a chip on his shoulder because he knew I was making buku bucks doing what I was doing because I was the best. And when everyone else would close down and shut down, guess who was there working and who's still open? Me. I was the only one. I would be in that lot by myself all day, all night. It didn't matter what the weather. I mean, I was in there. They left me in there with no AC, and I still sweated it out and would stay there and work all day, all night because I wanted my money. I needed my money. You understand? Because I had big dreams, big goals. And then I used some of that money to build this Batman thing and everything else for just getting by and cost, which still have to do with, building Batman. Hold on. But I just need you to understand I have to set the facts straight as far as what Steve said. Steve did not make 13 bands in a couple of months. That was a bull-faced lie. He's never seen 13 bands. Okay. And if that money was what was used to bail him out, if that was true in that instance for that old show that you just played, then that was Big B's money, common sense. And he said he admitted on that tape that Tommy Sotomayor sent him $300 right there. That's cult leader activity. That's why this is important. See, you all don't get that every move that you're making, you really should learn to be quiet completely and stop talking. Because the more you run your mouth and the more I talk on it, all I got to do is talk on here. And like I said, the lawyer is going to sit down with me. They're going to go through the channel. We're going to go over all the facts and everything that's been stated. And like I said, that is what he stated. And these folks have these tapes, and you'll have to come up off the tapes and show them publicly. You'll probably have to turn them into the court if it's important enough. Okay, which it won't be, but the point is, if it was. hmm So you just got to understand something. He lied about that. So y'all been just jealous of me the whole time because, like I said, I've had bank accounts in my life with over $300,000. That was the same thing. The Tommy Sotomayor cult leader, he put up a fake video making a false claim sometime after that when he tried to act like he was balling and doing so well, but he was really living above his means and he was running out of money. Okay. So he was paying for hotels, trying to show out because he was trying to compete with perception management as a narc and a narcissist would, with an illusion that didn't exist, with the actual real thing, which was me. So then he made a false claim. He did some little, drew some, diddly squat pictures on a video title and said that made a false claim that he had a bank account with 300,000 with stocks, which is what I had. He's never had that. He never could come close to that. He had literally no money, and he was living off of the cult's funds because they combined funds. That's where a lot of these donations for the other folks are coming from. They live off donations. They're throwing in a pot and they're literally feeding each other's habits because they all are addicts, and then they're supplying each other with whatever, and they're doing a bunch of illegal activity, but obviously they're not getting anywhere with it because they don't know what they're doing. Okay. So none of them have anything. They don't own anything. They're not rich. They're not well off. They're not wealthy. Anything they have is always gotten maliciously. Okay. Just like Jamila was saying about Mike Mills. So you just have to keep this in mind. Every single thing that you say, you're telling on yourself. There's no way for you to get around the facts. You understand? There's no more role reversing, no more projecting. These are your problems, and that's it. You understand? So, like I said, that's a false claim. He never made money like that. But me, I made 11 bands cooking in several months. So as usual, like I said, it just shows the constant trying to fake compete with illusions and lies with the real thing. They all tried to make me their competition, Batman, and I don't even know these people. Like I said, Tommy Sotomayor never had any real money. He was always poor, and I was always rich. When I came across him online and we had whatever interaction we had, right? Which didn't go well because I said the truth about him. I was like, "What is this dude talking about? Like he's a nobody and he's broke and he's just you don't have anything. You're not doing anything special, bro." And I knew that, and I knew you were fugazi and a fraud, and I called you out for it, and you were begging for my money. That's what happened. So how do you go from that to all of a sudden, oh, you're me, but it was all fake and just a bunch of lies and nonsense, and now I'm supposed to be you, I guess, or what? It's just weird, man. Like I said, it's been an infatuation. You still got these people, they're typing on every video they can, and pretty soon you're going to run out of videos on my channel. There's no need for it. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. It does nothing for me. You will never speak to me. I will never see a word. Right. But whoever's doing that, clearly they have an obsession. Clearly they have a serious problem. It's downright disturbing. And like I said, I have their legal names. I pretty much know exactly which individuals are doing that. And they're the names on the federal indictment list. Usually the ones with the most stuff written next to them, because they're the ones who just they have nothing going for themselves. Like they've devoted every second to worrying about me, which is just weird. It's just like the movie. Like they have an obsession. They're fixated. Okay. So you have to understand that was my whole point is they're doing these behaviors, and then I'm trying to talk and respond like a human would because you're saying something to me, and none of it ever makes sense. And yeah, I mean, how do you respond to that? Like, listen, you know, calm it down, stop right there. Your behavior doesn't make any sense. You understand? Like, clearly you're looking for some kind of reaction. It's clear as day, right? Which again, you're not going to get. Okay. And this is how you have to deal with these narcissists. You have to talk to them calmly because they're looking to get a rise out of you. See, they're looking to try to get you to get out of character as if it would matter. It wouldn't matter. They're just like the Joker. You understand? And it's just it's all just it's funny. It's what it is. It's a joke. You know, you can't take these type of people seriously. So basically, they don't even take themselves seriously, right? So my whole point is all that stuff goes into the federal lawsuit, federal indictments, easy all across the board. All that's easy. Okay, that's already solidified. I'm going to win this lawsuit. There's going to be a lot of folks doing prison time and losing their jobs. We don't got to worry about that. But I just want to get the facts straight. Steez was not a hustler. He did not hustle at any time. He was always broke. Anytime I ever came across him or heard him talking or saw where he was at, and I was never competing with him or anybody. I wasn't looking and like I'm not like y'all. They wanted to see me down. He came on my show when I was in Green Bay, so he knew what I was going through. Did he help or did he sit there and try to laugh about it? Right. So you can't say he was a good person. He was evil just like y'all, right? And like I said, he was accepting money from the Red Triangles at that towards the end there, and to hate on me and go against me. Hold on. And these are just the facts. So I just want to set the record straight. Steve's never had any money. He was never rich. He was a broke, struggling dude who was basically like a wannabe scam artist. And he just wanted so bad the feeling to brag to these folks, and he wanted acceptance and validation because he was weak. So he wanted validation from these folks on here so bad, and he could never get it. I think that was the same reason why he went back and forth with the Bunsdot, okay, who his name is on the federal indictment list, right? And he would go back and forth with them all the time because you were seeking validation from somebody who was a narcissist and couldn't give it to you anyway and wasn't in a position to get it. And you had nothing but time on your hands and nothing to do. You weren't hustling, you were just sitting there. He was sitting there in a basement doing absolutely nothing with his time. He could have worked. You know, like I said, when I told him, I tried to have a talk with him and say, listen, this is the right way to go about building a business. You have to work, you have to work jobs, you got to work 9 to 5s, you got to, build the capital up, and then you have investing capital to build your business with. He told me, nah, I'm my own boss and I got my shirts with my logo on it. And like, and I put him in his place with the facts, and he had no response. Like, just like when I was in Austin, he said, with no money, when I was sitting in a hotel, sitting on like 11 bands. So he would deny actual reality. The reason why that's so important is because that's the same thing that they all do. All these people are maniacal. They're not real people. Like if I come across them in the street, they're going to be fake around me and they're probably going to run and get away from me because they're scared of me. So I'm saying people like that, he was just like TJ. TJ did the same thing, made up stuff when I told him, hey, I just succeeded again. Listen, that 11 bands I made cooking, I did that in my sleep. That was nothing. I've made so much money in my life. It's unbelievable. None of you could ever come close to me. Don't make me your competition. Okay, this is why I still own billions in equity. This is why I'm able to use my gift of gab and get people to support me right now and give me donations that I need, right? Like I'm not rich with cash right now. I just have a lot of equity because I mean, I'm retired and I've worked my entire life, but even retired folks have to keep pushing and I'm building a business here from the ground up from scratch out of nothing and they barely pay me. They don't pay me right, but yet look, we got a check already made for 181 bucks and some change. My next check is already up over 12 bucks. So I'm doing my thing. So again, I need the help from the public, but I'm just saying I'm not going to sit here and act some way. That's the way these evil people say, "Oh, well, you've done well, so you don't deserve nothing." That makes no coherent sense. That's some maniacal joker insanity stuff. We don't entertain that. No, that's not how it works. No, I have to eat too. I'm a human. I get treated like a human, and no, I deserve all the money in the world. hmm I deserve to be successful. And I ain't trying to just sit here and just, eat and that's it. That's not my goal in life. I'm not sedentary. I haven't settled at all. I'm looking to travel. I'm going to be going all over the world being Batman, saving people's lives, helping people. Like this is not going to be a local thing. I'm not about to ever settle and let this be a local thing. Okay, I did my thing locally, but I'm not a local joker. I do my thing all over the US and I'm going to do it all over the world. Trust and believe that because I ain't settling for nothing else. I refuse, no matter what the cost. I mean, what do I have to lose with what I'm going through physically already? Nothing, nothing really, other than some discontentment. Being away from where I love to be, being away from home. That's about it. So, like I said, I'm just saying I have to correct y'all. Like, no, Steve's was bold face lying, and then he admitted that Tommy Sotomayor sent him 300 bucks. So a cult leader sent you $300, and that's not concerning. That's an illegal statement right there. Right there, that proves he's a cult leader, bro. And that's not and no money. See, that's what I'm saying. They want to talk big money and big digits, but you really dealing in the hundreds. You dealing with 300 bucks. That ain't nothing, bro. That is nothing, bro, compared to what I used to deal with and what I've made and spent for forever, for all these years, for eternity. Like I've always been wealthy. I've always been successful. Any venture I did, I succeeded in. I succeeded in tennis, right? I succeeded in baseball. I succeeded in basketball. This is why these people are mad. I succeeded in Vegas. I succeeded playing blackjack. I succeeded in college. Went to like two colleges. I succeeded in music and selling my albums locally. I succeeded. I did this Batman thing. I've succeeded beyond anybody's expectations, right? Made plenty of checks doing this. Like I said, one check, 181 and some change already. That's coming around my birthday, July 21st through 26th. We're already at the 7th. So I need everybody to band together. I need people to support me, man. I don't lie. I tell the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you about who I am. Like I didn't have anything handed to me. I have to work. I have to work harder than anyone for and make sure like I stand up for myself to get everything that I deserve, just like I'm having to now. I still have to stand up for myself to get my inheritance that these people stole from me, which is probably in the millions. Christina's already negotiating a settlement, like she said. She already told y'all it's a guaranteed $6.8 million. That doesn't mean I don't need help. Yeah, I have to survive right now. Of course, I need help. You understand? Like, what matters is right now, I have to survive. We got to get by. We got to keep pushing. So I need everybody to band together and try to help me do this because, like I said, I need to get some real money flowing from the audience, man. That's the only way that this is going to happen, right? I mean, like I said, I got to pay that phone bill. I got to wait till I get my check unless somebody really steps up and donates some real money. I need a bicycle is what I need. I literally got this like big blister on my foot right now, and I don't know if I'm having other problems with it from all the walking I do because I walk more than anybody. You know, I mean, I walk like Jesus. Why? Because I use every blessing God gave me to the utmost and to that extent because I believe in myself and what I'm doing. Trust me, I put my body through absolute hell because I'm trying to get this done. And what I'm doing is on a major level. Like I said, bro, I've already made the streets safe. I've already helped everybody. I really do the real thing. Like I said, I took down 2 videos today. I'm going to have to go back and try to figure out which ones they were so I can delete the others. I'm going to keep those probably and we'll figure it out later. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I don't want no excuses and no repeats on there. But um, it was just because the stuff that I selected, the sound for over them, I didn't like the way. I mean, I love it. It's my favorite sounds, but I just realized like I can't take it to that extent on here because this network, they're hypersensitive, and these people are looking for an excuse. It's not worth compromising my business just to make a statement of who I really am, because we all know I'm a Billy Tough guy and I'm sitting on here acting cute with y'all because there's rules, because I don't even talk like this. I'm a straight gangster. You feel what I'm saying? So I have to sit here and act cute and make it like, like nice, when that's not who and what I am, technically. I'm a nice guy, but don't get it twisted, right? Hold on. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to correct that. He was talking about hustler and is that not sick? And like, what are you talking about? And again, I'm just saying the truth. These people have a problem with people saying the truth. Right. You all have tried to pose. You tried to make me your competition. I was never your competition. Your cult leader, Tommy Sotomayor, never came close to me financially, never had any money. He was a failure. He has nothing now. He's completely failed and he's banned from YouTube. Good, right? You saw the dude 4Extra, what just happened to him with the fireworks. That is not a coincidence at all. And we all go through things happen to everybody, but the things that these folks are going through is their karma that they created and then their karmic debt. I don't have to point it out every time at all. It's common sense. I shouldn't even have to say it. You all already know what time it is. So when I'm saying these things, you have to understand karma is for everyone. I'm watching all of you fools, going through what you created for yourself. I don't wish nothing but good for everyone. But you saw what just happened to 4Extra. Hmm. And you got them people, them weird people like Groovy Jimmy making a video title talking about, oh, they're going to buy him a new whatever. You can't. It's impossible. It'll never work the same. That's not how it works. See, you've got things completely misconstrued and confused. That's why you got that other maniacal dude over there that, like I said, he's running around telling on everybody. And then every time he sees somebody work out, he's saying something that's way past the line and just not normal and not funny. So it's a bunch of narcs. It's a bunch of narcissists, a bunch of cowards. Again, none of those people are real Crips. They're not real gang members. And I called you out publicly, and you're not going to do anything about it because you know it's the truth. These are all people who hide online. They're not real. Of course, I'm going to tell you you're not real Crips, bro. Are you serious? I came from the original intent of the Bloods and Crips in LA. You're talking to the real deal. I just don't claim any of those sets. How many times do I have to tell you that? And I try to say that and talk, and they try to drown me out. Right. Y'all on some troll stuff. No, you heard what it is, homeboy. I'm the real deal. So keep my name out your mouth, and all that stuff that you kicking ain't none of y'all about that. All y'all false flagging, all y'all some little homies that ain't about nothing. You ain't even part of a set. So be quiet. And like I said, you'll see them do nothing about it because they ain't real. None of them. It's the same reason why these people, like I said, they sitting there and they driving around. And I told Christina about it, and we were laughing at you. And like it is what it is. That's what they do, drive around and nonsense. Like people gotta understand. I wake up every day like the Joker video told me, understanding how some people feel about me. Not because I did anything wrong, because I did everything right and I shine. They don't like me because I'm everything that they want to be and they settled and they can't be me. I'm like a god amongst men. And I wake up every day and I still walk my walk and talk right in front of them and tell them off to their face. That's a man. See, people can't tell me anything. They can't do nothing with me. Hold up. See, I'm not here for you to like. I'm not here at your mercy or discretion. I could care less how you feel about me. I'm going to keep on doing my thing in front of you. And once we get to around my birthday, once I get that birthday check, I may have to turn around and try to pay the phone bill, obviously, because it's due on the 21st. And I'm going to actually have to wait till after that and then hope that they don't have like some fee. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go without a phone plan for a little while. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do because the point is, how do I put it? I mean, I don't know. I probably have to get like, I probably have to pull up in Wi-Fi. I probably have to look at my bank account. I can maybe go get some cash back, go out there, go to the bank, whatever, pull out a little bit of money or what. Like I mean, I could maybe go without a phone for a little while and see how that goes for me, just to see if I could really work at this a little bit more. And I would just have to sit in Wi-Fi, and I'd talk to Christina that way and upload my videos. Um, but it would give me an opportunity to kind of get out and about a little bit more. So it might be a good thing for me. I don't know. So I'm considering that because it's expensive. And if not, if I pay it, it's just going to eat up most of my check. See the point? This is why I need donations because, I should not be stagnated at all because this business is building. I've never been stagnated. I build $1 million businesses in my sleep, man. I've been doing this for a long time. That's what folks don't get. Anything I touch turns to gold. Half the bars on 6th Street, I did the most successful numbers for them they've ever done as far as sales. On New Year's at Soho Lounge, you can ask. I did the best numbers they ever did on New Year's because of my promotion and marketing, and I was security. I'm a shining star everywhere I go. So, like I said, name one venture that I haven't succeeded in. I succeeded in college, 3.34 GPA, dropped out as a multimillionaire. Stopped going to class, never bought a book. That's amazing. That's a genius. 4.2 GPA out of high school, top 10 of my class, diploma distinction. I'm too smart for my own good. Today I'm very sore because I had a great workout, but I've been pushing myself too hard and not sleeping enough. So I'm gonna hopefully try to work on that. Um, there's only so much I can do, man. I have physical issues, I have things I go through, and pushing myself this hard, I have issues with that, and just the elements around me. Um, like I said, I need money. I need money. I need people to help me. I need people to support. Like I said, I'll try to wait a little bit on the requests because I mean I've kind of already done that, and I'm appreciative and I'm seriously thankful to everybody who has helped me a little. You just have to understand everything is expensive, man. Like I went and got what I needed today. That stuff cost me like over $10. I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. Like you just cannot do nothing now. Everything costs so much money. It's the truth. So, like I said, I mean, I'm just saying, when you got people in desperation like that and they're always lying, like, nah, Steve's was always broke. That's just the truth. He never had any money. He was mooching off Big B. I don't think Big B was ever even doing that great financially. Um, and they were having a lot of issues. It was kind of a weird dynamic. It was more like friends than lovers. That was very clear. And people would talk about Big B, and she would walk on the camera one time and he'd be like, "You just gonna walk on the camera?" He was ashamed of Big B. He was ashamed of his wife. And then you got these folks on here like Ralph Bottles, they want to kiss up and pretend and say dude's name and say fake positivity about him, but he literally has videos out going in on you, Tone Space. He wasn't none of y'all's friend. What do you mean? The people he seek validation from on here in the sector he thought he was a part of or wanted to be a part of so bad, they didn't even embrace him. Like, just like they don't embrace me. But see, I'm cool with that because I wasn't ever trying to be a part of your sector, really. You came my direction online. You came and bothered me out of nowhere when I was rich and I was good. And I kind of wish you never did. But then again, all this wouldn't have happened had that not happened. I got a lot of blessings out of it. See, that's the point. I'm glad where I'm at in life. I don't want to be in the position I was at 10, 20 years ago. Even when I was rich, I don't want to be in that position right now. I want new money. Now I'm in the position of being a totally different man and person. I'm a man of God. I'm so much stronger, so much smarter. I mean, it's not even comparable. And I was an amazing man back then. I mean, but now I'm on another level because of knowledge, really knowledge and just perseverance. And I've been really tested by God. It's just different, like my faith is on a whole nother level. I didn't have this kind of faith back then. So when you're doing it with God, it's so much different. Like I can feel God with me as I speak to you every minute, every day. But like I said, I just wanted to clarify that, man. Steve's was always poor. He didn't do no hustling. He tried to sell some USBs. He tried every little scam in the book he could think of. He kept failing. He would lie and come on here and say fake digits. He tried to sell scooters to folks in the park he could talk to. He didn't have any business mindset, right? He didn't. He was trying to use like connections in China. I don't know if he took out a PPP loan and never paid it back, which is illegal as hell. I don't know. You understand? I don't know if that truth will ever come out, but I really don't care. It's not my business. You know what I mean? But my whole point is the dude was a wannabe scam artist. He never was rich. And he admitted on that tape that he accepted $300 from Tommy Sotomayor when he had all these videos out going in on Tommy and saying all this crazy stuff. So it's hypocritical. It's weakness. See, Steve's talked a whole lot. He ran his mouth a lot, but at the end of the day, he chose to be weak. He was weak because every move that he made shows and displays weakness. You see my point? When you take money from folks like that and you're down with them, that's why you were against me. That's why you thought it was funny. He would literally come to my show high as a kite when I was in Green Bay going through all that stuff and they were trying to actually do this evil plan to me. I'm going to go as far as to say he was probably aware of it. And I still forgive him. I still got nothing but love for him. He thought it was funny though. Isn't that sick? Isn't that messed up? Like, bro, that's crazy, man. This is my life. That's not funny. But yet they get online and they're hypocritical and they complain and say all these things they're going through and people are doing to them. That's what I realize narcissists do. They always say this stuff like I've heard them say like, "Oh, nobody helps me when I need help, but I always help everybody." After they give you $5-20, but they're lying and they're using narc perception to try to twist the environment. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're not good people. Genuinely, you can tell when someone's a good person and they're being honest with you. You can tell, you can feel it, but they are good actors and they can fool people, and that's what I've had them do with me. I mean, they fooled me before. A lot of them are very convincing. He was very convincing. Okay. But I'm just telling you the truth. Now, he was always broke. He was always struggling. I don't know what he's talking about. He didn't bail himself out. That money was Big B's money and whoever else. And I'm going to go as far as to say that some of that was cult funds because he just said that 300 came from Tommy. So then he said he was broke. He said he had no money. No wonder he was so miserable. And I remember there was a long time, like a stretch of years, where I think I was doing pretty well. And all he had to do was ask, and I would have given him some money. I offered him a record deal for $1,000. He had so much whatever fake pride, something. It wasn't pride, it was something against me for no reason because he was discriminate, like all of them over there. And he didn't even try to do the battle and get the money. I would have paid him $1,000. All he had to do was ask me, bro. I would have helped him. Real talk. When I had it, yeah, no problem. Easy. I would have automatically helped him. Dude never asked me. So see, I'm just saying people want to talk and run their mouth, but they don't want to talk about the facts. The facts are way different than what these people are trying to lie and tell you. So I'm just saying, no, that's why all y'all are down with that Tommy Sotomayor cult. And you just have to understand, you're all going to go to prison. It's federal indictments. That's a cult, bro. Them funds that y'all taking, I don't know. I don't think you can get rid of Cash App receipts. They're going to investigate this matter fully. They're going to look into all your Cash Apps, all the PayPals, all the Venmos, everything you got. They see you can go through mine. Mine has nothing to hide. I don't do nothing wrong. But these people, when you go into they records, okay, they financial records, they bank statements, everything, I guarantee you're gonna see a lot of weird activity. There's people who've made quite a bit of money, gotten a lot of money handed to them. $300 is a lot of money, bro. I'm not, it's not a lot of money for a dude who's trying to make false claims and pretend he can compete with me in my past financially. Nobody could, but it's a lot of money for somebody to just send you. That's a cult, dog. Y'all are cult members. That's what Steve's was. He was a cult member. You understand? And it's crazy because they have so much animosity within their own cult and they're sitting there playing games with each other. Like, what is that? Tommy Sotomayor's a grown man. Why are you sitting there playing games with people trying to act like they're like your little chess pawns and you can play with people when you should have been focused on getting yourself together? This man has to be in his 60s, 70s by now. The dude is a cult leader. He's looking at serious prison time. He hears these shows. He knows what's going on. They run and tell him they're all his minions. Mike Mills, Allfax was one of them at the time, right? V-Dub Boogie, you who can boogie on, right? We went in on you a million times. All them fools, bro. What? I think there was another one. Like, I'm not even going to talk about him, bro. It's a waste of my time, bro. But all them folks were a part of this. I think it was RE. RE was the name. RE was another one. I don't know if that one was if she got her karma or something. I think it was a girl. It was a whole thing with people, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if some of these people might have been good people, may not have been a part of it. So that's why I don't say anything further because I don't know. If I don't know, I'm not going to speak on it. I don't ever want to speak, much less on people who can't defend themselves. But I have to get these facts straight because this is pertaining to the federal lawsuit. There is no choice but for me to talk about it. You understand? Because like I said, nah, Steez was a liar, bro. He was lying about everything, bro. That's all he ever did. Him and Tommy Sotomayor and all of them. Like I said, the other one is Lamar Wills. His name is on that federal indictment list. We all know what he did, that the family caught him and everything, and everybody knows. We all know he's scared of that Michael dude. We all know reality. You're not going to get away from it. I mean, come on, bro. Like, so, I mean, let's go as far as to say, that him, which we call the Buns Dot, Buns Dot has accepted money from Tommy Sotomayor. I mean, it's guaranteed. I mean, there's no question on that. So how much? How much funds has Tommy Sotomayor got from whatever he did? Because clearly he was doing something illegal. It's common sense. You don't get that kind of money just from working at IBM, right? And I'm not saying he had a whole lot of money, but I'm saying he has enough that he's able to try to use these people and move them around. And even if it's obviously coming from other people too. So who's funding him? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's not him who has money. He has no money. He was babysitting homes. He was house sitting. Okay, he never had a home. The dude has been broke, poor forever. He's a mason. He sold his soul. So masonry funds these people. It's like dudes like Little Baby who they recruit from prison. I think Little Baby is in prison right now, looking at like a life sentence, possibly. A lot of them are. All them rappers, they get recruited out of prison. They want you to believe the way to be successful is cash a case, catch charges, go to prison, and get recruited because you sold your soul to the devil. No, do not do that. Do not listen to these folks. Do not let them mislead you because they will. Okay? Do not let them mislead you down the wrong path. These people are maniacal and they're insane, and you see all of them getting what they deserve. NBA YoungBoy, P. Diddy, all of them. They can exonerate them of a couple of charges. They can try to use their corruption within the system and lie about the details and try to act like they can change facts, but it only goes so far. Like I said, you saw what happened to 4Extra. That was definitely karma. Yeah. And that's what you get when you're running around acting tough, talking down on everybody, and you're saying illegal statements to everyone you come across. Okay. And that 607 Unk dude, he's just a weirdo. He's a Satanist. I don't know if I mean, well, clearly, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that was clearly a matter of karma, period. And the 607 Unk dude, I mean, I don't like him, but he wasn't really doing anything wrong. And he was trying to have a conversation with you, bro. Trying to have a conversation with the 4Extra dude. And the thing is, who cares? Oh, y'all want to talk about this no jumper, bro? The Batman thing is way bigger than no jumper. No jumper is irrelevant. I don't even talk about you fools. I don't have conversations like this. I'm just bringing it up because, oh, hey, it's not YouTube, it's KarmaTube. I be telling folks, hey, listen, I'm trying to get people to donate so you can support me. They all running. They run immediately. All y'all the same, bro. Like I said, what's up with y'all, man? Not everybody. There's good people. There's been some people who, like, some people are trying to help me out. Seriously, some people have a good heart. Some people see, yo, he's a good dude. I'm going to try to help him. I got people that are going to try to help me out steadily. I know as much as they can. They're going to try to do what they can, the little that they can do. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. That's real love. That comes from the heart, from whoever. But y'all are an evil cult. Like I said, who cares about y'all? Ralph Bottles wears fake jewelry. He claimed he had a fake 5 cars to try to compete with me. I actually own 5 cars. He knows that, right? And like I said, he tried to get on a panel and argue with delusion with reality, and I shut him down. And he's never been able to get over it. Hold on. Then you got the other one, like I said, with it's just the same people, man. With the Triple Darkness dude, I mean, he's just a stalker online. I don't have anything against him. Like I said, he came to my chat. I said hi. I tried to be polite. I don't have nothing against him, man. But he just has weird internet habits. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. I know he ain't rich, but I mean, none of you are rich. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I'm not competing with you. I never was. So, like, if you watch the channel, good, more power to you. I hope you enjoy the channel. Like, he was all right the last time we talked in the chat. I don't have no issues with him. He's all right? But as far as Ralph Bottles, I mean, he's never been anything but fake negative towards me. Why would I be his friend or like him? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying it's hypocritical. You wanna say good fake positivity about Steez, but when Steez was here, you had nothing but negativity to say about him. Me, I tried to be nothing but nice to Steve, say positive things, and I'm still being positive, but I'm saying the truth because it has to be said because this is a federal lawsuit that I'm filing. You understand? On all these different folks and parties and entities. So, like I said, I mean, it's easy to connect the dots. Jay Austin, his dad worked for Silicon Labs or whatever in Austin. Tommy Sotomayor worked for IBM. Connect the dots, man. Those are all the people who set me up when I was younger, bro. I got set up on Michael Dell's field. Dell, Hewlett Packard, they're rivals, right? Carly Fiorina worked for Hewlett Packard, right? Why did I get set up on Michael Dell's field and not only survive, but make y'all look like the cowards you are? Think about that. In a flag football game, what they used, they paid him off. I think they used the top recruit in the country, a 6'9" Ethiopian dude. Made him look like a coward. He didn't even move me. He was 10 feet behind me crying, okay, literally crying. And he ran for about 50 yards. I was standing still. Can you imagine that? I'm built like a rock. So you just have to understand, I'm the real deal. These other folks, I don't know what they talking about and what they talking for. We're gonna get all the facts straight, man. Now, Steve's was always poor. He never had any money. A lot of these people are poor, but they're poor because of the bad decisions they make. They have nobody to blame but themselves. Come on, bro. You all tried to get everyone together and gang up on me. I'm one person online while you hide, bro. That's cowardly, man. You know, it's not my fault that you people failed at everything. Like I said, Tommy Sotomayor was never rich. He never had any money. He gets provided for from everyone because he sold his soul. That's cool. I ain't, mine is not for sale. Mine is priceless. I'm gonna always have my soul, and that's what I've figured out in this system. That's what it's all about. I never did. See, that's the only reason I struggle. I'm okay with struggling. See, y'all try to paint struggling like it's a bad thing, right? Because this is spiritual realm too, and this is just a walk to get to the next side and the next dimension. And you got to keep your soul. I knew that. I've known that my whole life. That's why I don't sweat it, man. I don't sweat if I don't have for a while, if I don't have some money, if I don't have whatever, because God provides. I'm always keep my soul, bro. I have my soul. My soul, I don't give to nobody. Nobody. My soul belonged to me. That's the thing y'all don't get. I believe in God, but I don't give nobody my soul. Even God's going to tell you that. He's going to tell you, you don't give nobody your soul. That's the thing. People are like, oh, well, God created your soul. Nah, I see you trying to use them little devil tricks and devil words. That's not how it works. No. God, I don't even know if God does technically create your soul. Your soul is your essence. It's who you are. I mean, you know, you got aliens looking at us trying to figure out how they're like, how do you get the soul in the vessel? I think that's what they've been trying to figure out for a long time. They can't figure it out, right? Because you're not God. I'm sure God does create the soul, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't mean what you're saying makes sense, though. You don't give your soul to anyone. I think God would be the first to tell you not to do that because he's telling you right now through me, is he not? You keep your soul, man. That's what this is all about. This whole life is about keeping your soul. You either cave in and sell it like Lamar Wills did and all these folks. I saw him cave into trolls a long time ago. I watched his digression. I watched him become the lunatic that he is. That's what y'all don't get. I watched y'all in your entire like psychopathy. Like I watched the entire thing. That's what you don't get. I know everything about y'all without trying. You really messed up here, Duke. Because y'all came and talked to me. I don't even know who all y'all were. Oh yeah. Wait, is his name? Yeah, I think he's on there. I think Monty Woodgrain's name is on there, right, on the federal indictment list, because he's another one. He's part of this too. All of them, man. They all are part of, but yeah, they just all been poor, man. They was never living like us. That's why Monty Woodgrain was on the phone crying, complaining. Oh, you have a nice life. That's what he said to me. And you got tons of money, and you're on here. Well, yeah, I can go on YouTube and have fun. I was laughing at the time because I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Dude is delusional, and he's best friends with Tommy. And then you got Clifton Rainey. Clifton Rainey brags every day about being a Mason. You understand? I don't care what you say, bro. Those people are my real enemy. Like, yeah, no, that's the enemy. And the enemy hides. See, them enemies, they not worried about me all the time because they look at me and they just have to view me as entertainment because they know they can't compete. They all soft, but they know what it is. They know who won. But those are the real enemies, them Masons, them people like them cowards. And they're not only enemies, but they're not equate to be an enemy because, like I said, they're all soft. Soft as vanilla pudding. You feel me? Like cliffy cupcakes. You feel me? So, like I said, I mean, they did the same thing. He would go on blog talks and start running his mouth, right? Because Tommy was sending them. If you notice with people, they're always sending agents. That's what they told him to do. Oh, keep sending agents, send an agent here, send it right. You just want to keep talking to me for what? What's that gonna do? Right? You want me to break down or something? Like you don't have that power, bro. You're not that strong, bro. Like you're just running your mouth. That's what I noticed online. They want to do this stuff. Like I said, I'm getting new folks that have nothing to do with any of this indicting themselves every day. I documented. Like I'm trying to ask somebody a basic question so I can give you a link for my channel, and they're just going AWOL, bro. I'm like, okay. And then I literally will test them, right? And they'll say they'll talk crazy, and like I'll talk directly to them, like, what's up? You talking crazy? What's going on? Like I'm smart. I know how to talk right. But like I'll test them like, yo, what's up? Like, you need to understand, bro. You know what I mean? Like you can't be getting online acting like that and talking like that, bro. You know what I mean? You just can't. Feel me? I let them do it to themselves, man. They give me more evidence because they all pressed and triggered, and they don't get. I'm turning that into a lawyer. Oh, it's easy to figure out on any app what your account is and what your legal name is and who you are. And your legal name is on the app, most of you. So I got people who totally not a part of this that I'm going to be taking to court too, bro. I'm not letting nothing slide, bro. If you talking to me crazy, I'm going to see you in court. I'm done playing, bro, because there's no need for it, man. I'm being respectful to everybody, bro. I'm just trying to talk, man. I'm trying to have a conversation. Y'all are not built like that. Y'all don't talk like that. That's my whole point is that you never know who you talking to. You could be talking to a ruthless gangster like me and you online talking greasy to me when you don't come from this. You ain't about that, but I really am. See, I come from that. I'm living that. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. People be running their mouth to me. It could be anyone, bro. They could be like 2 feet tall. You know what I mean? And they'll be going in talking about what they gonna do to me and what they all this and that, and they don't understand. They talking to a dude that goes out in the street and you know what, with criminals with his bare hands. You talking to a dude who's literally an enforcer for a living. This is why I did it. I took my gifts and I said I'm gonna make a career out of what I love to do and what I was gifted with from God and what I do, and it worked. I love what I do, bro. I love what I do. So end of the day, we're gonna keep on pushing forward. Like I said, one check is at 181 bucks and some change. That next check's up over 12 bucks already. It'll get higher tomorrow to accumulate some more. Doing pretty good on the views. I'm doing great actually, but I just feel like they ain't paying me right still. Like every time they don't even do me justice. I should have more than 12 bucks, bro. I just had 10. I think 2 bucks and some change. How does that make sense with all them views? See, they be rigging it, bro. But it's all good. We're gonna keep on doing the best we can. Like I said, I just need people in the public. Please donate from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everybody who has. I think it's only been like 2 folks right now. Hopefully, Michael will come through and donate because we have a guy who's kind of a sponsor. He'll donate periodically named Michael. Haven't heard anything from him. So hopefully he'll do that because this is the time. If you can, please. It's very important and vital right now. But just anyone who can help, man. I ain't trying to take anybody's money. I'm really not, or all your money. That's not my goal. Seriously, I need help. I mean, we got to figure this out because like I'm gonna have to still. I need to try to pay this phone bill still. Somehow. And I mean, I definitely can't do it right now, so I'd have to wait for the check, and it's just a problem, bro. Because without a phone plan, I can't even get on there. I have to go in Wi-Fi somewhere, and that ain't easy. So it's it is what it is. But I don't know. I mean, I figure if I pay it, well, when I get my check, if I paid it, I still have a decent amount, a little bit. And if I take it easy and I gauge where I'm at, I think I'd be all right. But I just have to try to take it easy, man. I got to do things cheap, like super cheap, and make sure I'm not spending on anything extra. And that's what I've been doing. I'm just tired of it. Like, why? I don't deserve that. You know what I mean? That's why I just, I hope people in the public step up and want to continue to bless me. Some people I feel like they're trying and they have, but like I said, I'm just trying to make it like anybody, man. You know what I mean? That's all. I follow the rules. I do the best I can in life and in this world, and I try to help people. And I need help. We all need help. That's what I want is unity and people to work together. You know, if we don't work together, man, what's the point? I have never was trying to make it on my own by myself. I wanted everybody to come together and build a cohesive unit to work together. It's just like with the training. I offer folks, hey, listen, I'm nothing but nice, right? I give people free training sessions and everything. Hey, look, right? I already stopped talking on it. I already blocked their numbers. I'm not dealing with nobody who don't support me. Like that's what I'm saying. You see how I approach people. Hey, here's a free training session. Oh, cool. You struggling? I'm not even going to charge you. Here you go. But then after that, when you make an excuse after excuse, and then it comes to the point that you offering me stuff that I don't want, and it's weird as hell right now, and you just came out of nowhere and you around where I go, yeah, that's weird, especially right now when that's what these folks been doing, sending agents. See my point? And then you talking about this and that, like, yeah, no, that ain't making no sense. So I just peep game. I just pay attention to folks. That's what people don't get. I study human behavior. So like anyone, if you show me one inkling, a sign that you don't want to support me, you don't want to help me, you ain't trying to see me win, and that you might be an agent sent to try to stop my life path and what I'm doing, oh, I'm gonna get the hell away from you. I'm not scared of you. I'll stand up to you too. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna get the hell away from you. I'm blocking your number, whatever account. I'm getting as far away from you as I can, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing right in front of your face. See, people want to be a part of what I'm doing, but then they want to act like they're going to tell me what to do with something. Like, that's weird, bro. Y'all don't, yeah, but you sitting here saying you don't have $5 to your name. How would you tell a general what to do? That don't make sense. Like I said, my check is 181 and some change. That's a lot more than $5, brother. See the point? I've been making checks like this whole time. Do y'all understand that this is just like God said? God, I told you, God told me word for word, this is going to be your best month yet. And if I look at it, I believe that without, bonuses and some other months where it accumulated over a couple more months, not like 1 month or like back to back, right? And they pay 2 months out anyway. They pay every other month basically because you have to get the total over 100 and then they pay the next month. They don't pay that month ever. They pay the next month. So either way, you're going to wait a month. You're going to have to get your check the next month. So it's like 2 months. That's what sucks about this. That's why I struggle because of their payment system, because of YouTube and Google, nobody else. Not because I don't work hard, not because I'm failing. See how weird these people are? So they want to take advantage, but they're sitting there calling YouTube, talking to YouTube every day. Like, how does that work? I don't answer to YouTube. They don't make the rules here. You can run and tell them. No, they don't. I do. This is my network. So, like I said, at the end of the day, what do you mean? What's up? What's good? Hmm? Like I said, federal lawsuits, all these corporations, all these different entities and people. It is what it is, man. Feel me? But yeah, I think if you go back through it, I think this was in fact my best month yet. I think so. And they knew it. They know I'm picking up pace. They're like, he's starting to pick up pace and momentum, and now he's starting to make a little bit of money. Right. If you stick with this is what I always told folks. Anytime I saw him when I was struggling, whatever, I wasn't always struggling. I've had great moments. I've been doing great this entire time. Honestly, these 2 years I've been doing awesome. I just have periods of time where I got to struggle just like anything. Hell, when I had $250,000 in the bank, there was times I had to struggle because I forgot to sell stocks or whatever, and the money had to settle. Yeah, even when you're rich, bro, they've shut down like every all my activity in Vegas like 800 times just because I was out of state, bro. Like, do you understand that just because you have money, it doesn't mean you don't struggle, bro? I've been left stranded almost, or like how scary of a feeling that is when you're in a whole nother state and they acting like, oh, you can't touch none of your own money. And they play them games on purpose because they targeted me. Like I said, they don't do that to everybody. No, they don't. They do it to me. That's what I realized. Like, I'm getting unfair treatment from all these institutions. Everyone, they stealing from me. I already know that. That's why I've been at it with so many different companies. Oh, I just argued with one recently about like a $3, $5 fee, and I made them take it off. Yeah, that was like what, about a couple months ago or a month ago. I went in, and they had to take it off. Yeah, because y'all be stealing. I be checking every single one of them companies that steal, bro. I'd be literally, and I'd be mean and rude as hell about it too. And they'd be like, I've had companies too, like in Austin, same thing. I'd call up, blah blah blah, I'd tell them what it is. They get mad too, like what do you mean? But I'd end up winning. You still pay me my money, right? Or we resolve whatever matter right the right way, and I won every time. I win, bro, because I'm in the right. That's the reason why I'm getting at you and talking to you some way, because you deserve it, because you're no good people, especially in Austin. All y'all folks no good. It ain't nothing but corruption up there. Like I said, I'm gonna be Batman up there too, and we're gonna change things. Watch, we're gonna change the way the whole city's structured. hmm Them folks is gonna be scared too. They're gonna be terrified, man, because all them people is no good out there. They all living off crime too. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm building God's kingdom, man. We come in here, we cleaning everything up, cleaning the streets up, cleaning everything up, cleaning up neighborhoods. We cleaning up everything, man. If you notice what's happening, I'm running all the riffraff out of all these neighborhoods, off these streets, off these blocks. We getting the riffraff to have to get on and move. Like straight up, we're making people pick up and pack up and move. So while y'all little homies is online running your mouth, that's all good. Just ask about me, bro. Batman get busy. I've been really doing what y'all try to portray you're about, and none of you come from this. So just be quiet, man. Keep my name out your mouth. That's all. Feel me? Talking to a real gangster here. All y'all just talking run your mouth. All we do is action over here. I don't know what you talking about. So like I said, I'm gonna keep on getting busy doing my thing, doing my thizzle, looking good while I do it, and I'm gonna keep on getting this little money on here, right? Doing what I'm doing, and I need people to donate, man. You know, that's the thing. I'm gonna use my gift to gab, and you know, the more people I can get behind me, the more I can win people over, the better. It's just like in the street. The more stripes I take, the more I win. You know, I'm winning, man. It's like an election. Like I said, I'm doing great, and that's what these people always knew I was whatever to them because they knew I had that power. I've always been like an independent politician. Even when I rapped, like when I rap, it's like Pac said, we turn words into wine, we turn water into wine, we turn words into money. He said, what greater gift can there be? Right. What greater gift can God give you? God gave me that gift. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, over here, I literally turn words into money. So I'm the real deal. I got a real full-fledged career. These folks sitting on YouTube, they all failed. They don't have a career. They don't have a channel that it makes money or is monetized. So they can all be quiet because they watching a real public figure and the real main character in all of history. Okay. The things I've gone through physically and what y'all did to me when you called Seton Hospital and all this stuff you've plotted and organized behind my back and did to me, right? All that coward stuff you did hiding, right? All that stuff that I've went through physically and all that, they told me, God told me straight up, that's biblical. I'm making biblical history in front of you. And y'all worried about some fools that nobody getting online and lying? I don't care about that. Like I said, I just want to set the record straight. Steve's was always poor. Steve's never had no money. He did not bail himself out. Okay. Big B came to bail him out. He said himself that Shadow went to pick him up like he was an old man and people took care of him. He was spoiled rotten. Do you know what I would do? Like I said, that man said that he had Debbie cupcakes around at all times. Do you know what I would do to be as spoiled rotten as you were? Honestly, do you have any concept? Like literally, bro. Like the dude, he just had everything going for him. Everything. He came from a rich family too. That's what's so crazy. That boy, he came from people who had money. They had everything. They had a beautiful home. They had everything, and he still sat there and was ungrateful. It's just unbelievable how y'all are that ungrateful, bro. Like seriously, man. You want to know something too? You want to know something they say? There's a dude in Austin. He goes to the Arch, to the homeless shelter. I don't know if he's still around. And he looks kind of like Will Smith. They say that he might be one of Will Smith's kids that supposedly he came from this rich family. And that makes sense to me because the satanic system, that's exactly what they would do. They sell out they own, right? And you know what they do to each other, and they do what they do, right? So I mean, common sense. What do you think he was? What I was supposed to be for Kali Fiorina, and I just kept surviving. These people make sacrifices. Y'all better catch up, man. That might really be like some son of Will Smith that nobody knows about or something out there, and it would make sense that he'd be in Austin. And he's real smart too. He'll talk to you. He's crazy. He's out his mind for a reason probably, right? Because they probably did all sorts of stuff. He's probably been through hell, but he's tall. He's always was in the street. I remember him since back in the day, and he really looked kind of like Will Smith. It's crazy, bro. So he might be one of his sons that no one knows about. Y'all got to wake up, man. There's a lot of satanic stuff going on. That's the thing. I don't participate in your society and your Satanism. All y'all are on that weird devil stuff. We're with God. I look on the outside of your society. I'm building God's kingdom in front of you. All you devilish people, you people who lie, you people making excuses, it ain't nothing for somebody to send $5 through a cash app. If you can't do that and you can't pay for a training session, get up out my face. That's how we do things over here, brother. I don't know what you're talking about. And see, that's the thing. I don't change my energy. I'm the same person in front of everyone. It's crazy, bro. These folks be coming around me. Like I said, they be stalking. People be sending them. And they want to come around me and you want to come in my environment and then try to tell me when and what I'm going to do. Boy, get out of here. Y'all are crazy, son. Ain't no one going to ever tell me what to do. I promise that. Feel me? Like I said, like what? And we ain't doing no more free training. If you want to train with me, you pay. That's common sense, bro. Is you serious? Do you know who you talking to? Like, bro, we run the streets, bro. I've been doing this for decades, my entire life, bro. I've been a boss. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't care what people do. You could do your thing, but like, I'm not doing nothing with nobody who don't support me, who it's a problem to show support. And $5 ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It's nothing. No. Now, if somebody donates $5 a couple of times, that says something. But anyone who just says, "Oh, that's all I got for you, $5," and then can't even do that, why would I want to be attached to someone like that? You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. I'm just being honest. And they be lying and putting words in your mouth. That's what they all do. They want to act offended. Oh, you talking like you saying that? No, I'm saying reality. It's like what? The one fool was trying to send me videos like I'm gonna post that garbage on my channel, bro, on a bad camera. Yeah, I'm gonna risk my channel. Like do you see what I'm saying? It seems like it's an implemented intentional philosophy. Do anything to try to mess with what? My business. I don't play like that, bro. Trust me, I don't play like that. So that's what I'm saying. You think if somebody sends me a video, it better be high quality. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. If y'all poor like that when you're able to work jobs, that's crazy. I'm just being honest, and I'm not even talking down, even though I could. I'm not talking down or talking crazy. I'm being honest with you. That's sad, bro. Like real talk, bro. I got a good camera on this phone. Like what? I got a good camera. This phone like HD. Y'all be sending me any of them weird videos? I can't put that on my channel, bro. Think I'm gonna make my channel look bad for you? That's what I'm saying. Like, no, bro. There's a way to do things. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like people act like they can't listen. I be telling people, like when I be talking to them, I be telling, like they be wasting my time. I'm like fool. I'm trying to progress. I'm trying to expand this, and you just sitting there talking to me. I'm a Sigma Alpha. I don't do small talk. If you ain't getting to the point about you going to pay me, you going to put money in my pocket, and this everyone out there to really listen to me and feel what I'm saying. I'm a Sigma Alpha. That's the rarest form of alpha male in the world. And these women, so-called women, they hate that name because I have names like that online. They hate when you say alpha because it triggers something in them. Like I said, they got something against real men. So don't sit here talking about women when you can't pursue women or you're a beta because they don't want alphas. They're against alphas because they're all cowards now because they're weak because they're not evolving. They're not self-reflecting. You see my point? So you don't chase women because if you have a girlfriend right now, right, and they're a so-called woman and not a real woman, odds are they're probably just dragging you down. And what you have is a headache, a migraine, and something you should be ashamed of. I have a real woman. Y'all have so-called women. Think about that. I want people to really hear me when I talk. This is the last thing I'm going to say right now. I'm going to get going. I'm a Sigma Alpha. I don't do small talk. If I talk, I'm dropping jewels. If I talk, we doing business. We getting to a point. You helping me to build what I'm building, right? And I'll help you too. But it's just like with the training. If I'm going to train you, you need to pay me. That way, I help you. You help me. See the point? Like what? If you donate, you're supporting me and to see the content and see what I do. I'm providing you entertainment and knowledge and education, and you're seeing my journey and you're able to be a part of this. And you're probably going to get a bunch of money in the future when I have it all because I'm going to turn around and say, yo, here's a grand because you kept helping me. That's what people don't get about me, bro. Y'all fools slipping, man. Anybody who does something for me right now, I may end up giving you $1,000 or more, and you're gonna be like, "Why are you giving this to me?" Because you were the only ones who cared and were there for me. It was Christina's been here for me as much as she can, and she's done everything to me for me, right? And these other folks, the ones who did, I may end up giving you $1,000 or more. May end up giving you a job. You may come work for me and change. I may change your life in a positive way. So I'm just saying, like anyone who wants to actually help me now, don't do it with them intentions, expecting something back. But if you bless me, you be around me, you gonna get blessed. That's the thing people don't get. I'm here to establish human connections. I want real friends with real good people. Don't come at me with an agenda. Come at me because you're someone like me who's good-hearted and believes in God and wants to build. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine. We can still work with you and we can bring you to believing in God. And I don't push religion on nobody. I'm not like that. I'm not a religious dude. I just have a connection to God. So I want everybody to believe in God because God just wants to love us. It's the truth. You understand? But like I said, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm a Sigma Alpha. If I'm talking, if I'm dealing with a human, right? If I'm dealing with a person, and you in front of me and you wasting my time, I'm going to get agitated quickly. I'm a Sigma Alpha. Don't waste my time. Either you put money in my pocket, you're going to help me with finances to build what I'm building, or get up out my face. That's where we're at. The people who are in low, slow vibrations of fear and not in vibrations of love like me, the people who are going to slow me down, the people who want to sit there and do small talk and worry about nonsense I don't care about and send me stuff I don't care about, I am completely getting away from you. All of you. Understand that. It's that season. Anything that's in my life that's slowing me down, or just, what, wait, I'm getting I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting the hell away from you. You feel me? And trust me, I cut ties quick, bro. It ain't nothing for me. Nah, people, I give them a chance. Like I said, you see how I do. I try to be nice to people. Hey, yo, here, this is free. We'll do this for you. But when you don't deliver, that was your chance. See, God does the same thing. He tests people. See, you have a chance, and then if you ruin that opportunity and you ruin that chance because you take it for granted and me for granted, and you don't know who you may have met and who you came across and the power I hold in this world and in every dimension, then I quit dealing with you. And then you're going to be on the outside looking in. You're going to look from the outside in and say, a couple of months down the road, a couple of years, you're going to go, man, if I had only sent that dude that $5. That's what I'm going for, and I'm not even trying. That's what God is showing people. Man, if I had only believed in that dude. Man, if I had not been such a selfish narcissist, narcy, if I had only been pure hearted and listened to him, look at where I would be at. Quit being selfish, man. Quit worrying about you. It's bigger than you, bigger than all of you. I'm bigger than all of you. See, I'm the bigger picture. I'm God's vessel. God is using me. I'm building God's kingdom. I'm here to change the world and save the world and help people. Everything I do is for others. Don't sit there and try to demote me and talk down on me because I'm struggling sometimes, because I've done so much for everyone else around me and I show nothing but love, and I give my shirt off my back and all my money and everything I had to everyone around me. To follow my lead and my example. That's the point. I'm not selfish. I'm not. If I had kept money, bro, I'd be rich as hell right now, and I'd be absolutely miserable. And I noticed the trend that what they wanted me to do and were gearing me towards, even with their implementation online and their brainwashing. They wanted me to be part of their predatory culture. They wanted me to basically laugh at people's expense. I'm not going to do that. I said I'd rather struggle. I took care of kids that weren't mine and paid so they could go to Schlitterbahn every day. I made sure they were happy, and they were all ungrateful. So were all those people. Look at what they tried to do to me for no reason. It's okay though, because people who are like that and move with the devil and Satan, hey, did they not all get their karma? Yep. Anyone, if you move with Satan, you believe in the devil, you worship the devil, yeah, you're going to get your karma. That's common sense. Evil people get what they deserve, bro, in this world. That's just how it works, like I told you. So that's all I got to say, man. Like I said, hold up. Like I said, just don't waste my time, man. If you in the way, I'm going to make sure that you get out of my way. Right? I'm going where I'm going. I'm not going to let nobody get in my way. Move, and it's that simple. I'm not a nice guy. You feel me? Like I said, I give people opportunity. You get one opportunity. Just like I give all my enemies, you get one opportunity in front of me to stand up, be a man or a woman, and everybody backs down, So like I said, you get one opportunity. I don't have problems with nobody. I'm good. If you mad at me because I'm making the right decisions, good. More power to you. You should be. I don't care. I don't care how people feel, bro. People are weak to me. Like I said, I'm the boss. The reason why I'm the boss, because I'm stronger than all of you. Yeah, it ain't about no working out. I was born strong. I'm better than you. Seriously. You know why? Because I got God with me, and you don't. Okay? A lot of people, they want to claim God when it's convenient. Y'all ain't the people of God, man. You can't do that. See, it's not something you can just do with convenience. You either is or you ain't. You either in or you out. That's it. It is what it is. And YouTube is karma too. So like I said, I just wanted to correct Steve's real quick, right, with the facts. He was talking a bunch of fake stuff, right? He admitted that he took handouts from a cult leader, right? So it is what it is. Look at what they promote too. He got online, he was talking all sorts of crazy stuff to the same exact coward dude. That's crazy. And you actually caved in and paid him? Wow, that tells me a lot. So, at the end of the day, how do I put it? I don't got nothing to do with none of them folks. Never have, never will. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I mean, like I said, they all just continue to go through their karma and go through hell. That's what they wanted for me. Oh, and I really know y'all are crying right now. Those readings are 100% too. You're crying. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. Oh, and I know y'all are under federal investigation too. Yeah, a lot of the people, because I made that federal indictment list, I think they actually are starting to move now. So now these fools are under full investigation. I got that divine confirmation from the ancestors, from God. So, like I said, what I'm doing is a real thing. It's moving mountains. So that's my job. So just whoever you are, man, out there, I don't care if you're a stranger, be careful how you talk to me and what you say to me. I'm very sensitive and I'm very impatient. I'm not a nice guy, and I don't got to hold back with none of y'all, bro. I'm gonna tell you what it is, bro. Watch your mouth with me. I'm not the one. You understand? These other folks, you can run your mouth to them. I'm a live wire, bro. You feel me? Like real talk. You run your mouth at me, you better be ready to back it up. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. You feel me? Don't run your mouth at me, son. All right? I'm not nice, bro. And trust me, I've been doing this a long time, bro. Don't underestimate me. All right, Wody? None of y'all. So like I said, if you not talking to me and you not helping me, and I smell for 1 minute that you a sniveling coward like the rest of these folks, and you not trying to see me succeed and win, boy, you guys to get up out my face. Why would we waste our time? See, people don't listen when I talk. I didn't say, yo, I want to waste my time for free. I said, I'm trying to build something and get a team of people that want to do this with me and make money. See, that's the thing. You got to have this as a business mentality. It's ruthless. You have to be cold as an igloo, as an icicle. You got to know who's who and move the suckers out the way and get to the people who are the good people who are going to help you. And like I said, they gave me a download today. They said, trust in God to basically correct them. That's all good. But what I know that's not telling me, and what I'm not going to do, is sit here and be patient with fools and wait for God to correct them, right? While they sit there and do nothing for me. That's not something I'm going to do. That's not what God taught me. God taught me, if they ain't helping you, keep moving and get the hell away from them. No patience. This is cleanup season. So, like I said, you either with me or you against me. If y'all with me, donate to me. All this trying to come to my chat. See, that's the thing about people like that, like the Triple Darkness do. You want to come to a chat and say something, but you ain't come up off of no money. If you're trying to be down, you're trying to be a fan, why can't you just donate? That's all I'm asking. I've never talked down on you. Never said anything wrong to you. I don't even know you, bro. I don't know anything about you. I don't like what you do online is what you do. Like, come on, bro. We went back and forth with some little music stuff, and that was it. We never actually had a back and forth, but like I made some cool like diss tracks and stuff that were really awesome at the time. I don't know if you heard them, but they were fire. But that was it. I don't know you. You're just a troll online. But if you're gonna be over here and you want to watch me, if you claim that you a fan and you a supporter, well, you need to donate. That's all I'm saying. Like that's like when people walk up to me, like when I leave here and I'm traveling all over the nation and doing this as Batman, when people start telling me, yo, bro, I'm a big fan, I'm gonna say, really? Did you donate? That's what I'm gonna tell you. Like you don't get like I'm gonna change the whole tone of the conversation and everything. It's gonna get eerie real quick, and y'all gonna be like, what, like scared, like what did he just tell me? Like, yeah, like did you donate? Well, no. Okay, then you're not a fan. Get up out my face. That's how I talk. I'm not you. See, I'm a real gangster. See, people think I'm nice. You can't be nice and succeed in this world. You can be a man of God. You can be a good person. You can be nice, but you can't be nice when it come down to business. See the point? You can't be nice when it come time to build. No, it's either deliver, do, or move. And that's what time it's for. So, like I said, put some money up, all y'all, do something to help. Like I see some people have done for me, right? And they did that out of the goodness of their own heart. I didn't have to talk to them like that or anything. So that's the thing. I give everyone a chance. I'm nice at first, but if you're gonna sit there and play with me and waste my time, oh yeah, no, you got to skedaddle. Get up out of here. Hell nah. What? See, people don't get it. We've been doing this for a long time. Why would I let scrubs come into what I built? Like that's like saying you gonna come into my kingdom, kingdom of God, you gonna come into Sparta and talk to me a certain way. What did the guy do in Sparta when the dude did that, the messenger? Come on, bro. Self-explanatory, man. Feel me? So it is what it is, man. Like I said, you already know what's good, bro. We ain't playing no games out here, bro. We've been doing this for a minute. Like I said, when it comes to my business, I take that very seriously. You better move. Like real talk, bro. Like I said, people need to really, really tread lightly. Okay. So like I said, either you want to pay me, you want to support me. I ain't got no time to wait on slow pokes. You want to be a part of what I'm building, what I'm doing. If not, you're not going to be part of it, and you can watch from the sidelines. That's all I gotta say. You don't have a choice in the matter. Trust me on that. Y'all is crazy. You got people really delusional. Like y'all are lost, bro. So like I said, y'all know what it is, boy. Act like it. Easy. I'll be back.